told you I'd be doing some guitar lessons, so here's guitar lessons. Shout out to Lucas. I know he wants some, but I just figured I'd do some videos. It's going to be streamed on Twitch. I'm going to upload them to YouTube. Got my 3D printer running, so you might have some background noise. But I don't know, maybe the sound will get better. Maybe not. These are going to be simple. So it's my dad's birthday, so got his old Yamaha here. So we're going to be using that. And yeah, so the first lesson that I give anybody is tuning. So we're going to tune our guitar. So the easiest way to do it is buy a tuner or download a tuner app. Fender has them, Gibson has them. There's a lot of tuning apps out there. I got the Fender one. Pretty gnarly, works well. But it takes a while to develop your ear so you can recognize tones and also match them. So that's what these up here do. They're the tuners, and your object is to match the tuning of certain notes. So with guitar, you have E, A, D, G, B, and E. Sorry, that's E. And so there's a funny saying. I don't know where it came from, but I learned it this way and heard like everybody else do it. But it's called Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. So don't eat dynamite if your name's Eddie. That's a bad thing. But that's how you tune your guitar. And remember that the first letter of each of those is the tuning of your guitar. So from the top string, which is like the low string, to the high string. So you got Eddie, 8, dynamite, good, 5, Eddie. E for Eddie, A for 8, E for dynamite, G for good, B for bye, and Eddie again. So the top strings and the bottom strings are tuned the same, and that's your standard tuning. So I think my guitar is out of tune right now, so I'm just going online here, and it's the same for piano. So we got a digital piano. It helps, and if you know some piano, you can find an A note on the piano by the 3 blacks. It's the 3 black on any keyboard. Here, I'll show you the keyboard. 3 blacks here. So those are your A is you go 1, 2, A, and it's the same for over here. These are all A's, all the way up and down the key. A. So that's your starting point. Okay, A. A lot of people know middle C. You can count backwards. C, B, A, B, C. This A here is the same as your second string, A. And that's usually what we like to start with. So I'm going to play A tone and try and match that with my ear. So you can kind of envision a warping when you're out of tune. You'll hear like a and that's like dissonance, which is a musical term. So you want to shorten that dissonance and match it so there's less wonkiness to the note and it becomes aligned. Okay, so we'll listen to that again. And by hitting the A string, it already causes some wonkiness because when these get bent, it's wonky, you know? So the lighter you pick, the less wonky it's going to be. But I think that's pretty good. So I'm just going to show you, and perhaps later I'll put some tabs in. We'll cover tabs later about how to read these notes. But we have on the guitar here these frets, these metal things here. They're called frets, and they're numbered. So when you play an open string, like the A, you get the A, that's a 0, or also open. So that's the U, not even using your left or your right hand or your fretting hand. And those are open, also called zeros. So we get open, and then we're going to count. So this is our first fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can tell by the dots as well. I don't have all the dots. I got one at the 5th fret. So that's one of the most important frets that you got is 5th fret because tuning is pretty much all done here. So to get our D string, we're going to go and we're going to count up to 5. Now that's also a D note. We'll get to that later. I don't want to confuse the beginners. Okay, but that's what we're matching. We're matching a D note with a D string. So let's do it again. We'll open, and then we'll count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be the dot at the 5th fret. A lot of guitars have dots on the 3rd, but this one starts at 5. So we're going to fret the 5th fret. We can use the first finger or middle finger. I like to use my middle finger. I like to use all my fingers. So we're going to do that. And we're going to go to 5. We're going to listen to that, and then we're going to pick our next note. So I can tell there's dissonance there. So then, I like to easy way is to use your other hand and move it all the way up here. I know for beginners it's kind of tough, but you get the movements down to hear them at the same time. I can tell that there's a dissonance, and I moved it up. So if you move it counterclockwise and the keys are up here, then it'll make the tone go up. If you go clockwise, it'll make it go down. And it's the opposite if the tuning frets are on the bottom. But it's the same if they're all on the top. Depends on what guitar you have. So since I moved it up about a quarter of a turn, they sound pretty good. Alright. So that strings into it. And if you have trouble with it, go down, go back up. You know, use the tuner at the same time, and that's a great way to learn. So those sound good. So I'm going to do the same thing for the next string, which is the D string, and we're going to find the G tuning, the string tuning for G by using the D string. So we're going to play it open, and then we're going to count up to 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to pick our D string and the G string. And those are all open. So that sounds a little low too. I'm going to reach over here and turn it. I'm turning this clockwise. Counterclockwise. Now I'm going clockwise. Counterclockwise. Confusing, but we tuned it up. So it was a little low. So that sounds pretty good. Now, the next one, we're going to go to our G string. We're going to find a B string. But this time we're only going to count up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4th fret, fingering on the G string to find the D string. That one sounds pretty good, but you can make your guitar go out of tune and then tune it back up just to check, you know, and then that way you know for sure. So I tuned it up too much, and then I tuned it down. And I think we're pretty good where we're at. Alright, so now the last high one that we're going to do is find our E string. So we're going to go back to 5 for this one. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5th fret, B string, and then we're going to do an open E. And those sound pretty good too. I'm going to make it go out of tune just to show you. Anyway. And you can hit them at the same time if you want to. And you'll notice the difference a little better by hearing one that's in tune and one that's out of tune. So yeah, that's what it. To get it right, use the tuner at the same time to really hone in on it. And then the last one we're going to do is we're going to find our E string. And this one's a little tricky. There's a couple different ways to do it, but I'm going to show you what. So we're going to go up to the 5th fret again, and we're going to fret the low E string and an open A. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, open A, open A, 5th fret on the E string, low E string, which is the top string. And despite what you might think, even if you're fretting and you change the tuning knob, it's still going to go in and out of tune, and you'll be able to hear that, even if you're still fretting the guitar. Which is like a pretty cool thing. And then, just to double check, I like to go up to, and this is kind of for the advanced, go up to the 7th fret on the A string, and we'll also find the E there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll do open E and a higher E. You can find it that way as well. And there's one other way to find another E, which is to use like your thumb and your first finger. Some people call crab hands, but like it's cool. Crabs are cool. I mean, the ones that are by the ocean. Anyway, so we're gonna do them at the same time here. So there we go. Alright, so now we're in tune. And a great first chord to learn is an E chord. So with the YouTube, I'll probably update Twitch too. I'll put the tabs in there. We'll go over tabs later. But you can look up guitar tabs and kind of learn how to play them. But we'll do that the next lesson. I'll keep this short. So I'm going to play E, and I'll show you in tab, but I'll also show you here. You're going to do open, and then you're going to put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. You're going to put your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then you're going to put your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the G string. So I'll tilt it so it looks like that. Boom, boom, boom. And you play all the strings, and you're only going to fret those, and you want to keep the other ones open. One at a time. We're all at the same time. And you're going to go down, and then up, and how you tune your guitar and learn your first chord. And I'll update tabs. If you're unfamiliar with tabs, we'll go through it the next lesson, or YouTube some stuff, or Google how to read tabs. It's pretty easy, but yeah. And if you can't read music, it's even greater because you can read the numbers, and if you can read music, cool. I can't read music too well, very slowly, and it kind of makes my brain hurt a bit. But hey, you can still play without knowing how to read music, which is awesome about guitar. So yeah, I'll update the video, put some tabs in there, and see you at the next one.